What it do? It's Ticket the Gang Spitter. And I'm here to do a video today, man. I didn't even think I would be doing, man. This was kind of tripped out, man. I'm riding down the street, looking at YouTube. Then I see the feed. Alpo Martinez shot and killed in Harlem at 3 o'clock in the morning. This morning. Man, that was kind of crazy. Out of all the things I could have expected to see on my YouTube feed, it wouldn't have been that one. As the world turns and the chronic burns, you hear me? This shit crazy, man. Hey y'all, comment, like, subscribe, share. I'm gonna stay on top of all the shit that goes on, man. You know what I'm saying? To get my perspective on it. And I also want you guys' perspective in the comment section, you know what I mean? But man, like, you would have thought Alpo, just a little brief summary on him. Like in the 80s, I believe, late 80s, early 90s, he was selling a lot of dope. He had New York on lock. Then I believe he went to Washington, to DC, and started sewing it up there. But then the feds got on him. And then eventually, you know, when the feds get on you, they get you. So they got him. But once they got him, you know, he was looking at mad time. He had bodies because along the way of sewing up the dope game and building his stature as a dope man, his status as a dope man, he dropped some bodies. Anybody who was in his way, he was smoking. He was smoking shit. And ain't it kind of ironic how he went out? But like, so I'm sure along the way he got a lot of people that were sorry about him just on the strength that he was using his muscle, taking shit down. But then he supposedly killed one of his good friends / business partners, Rich Porter. We all seen the Paid in Full movie. If not, you need to check it out. Paid in Full. It's a good movie. It's, you know, it's not accurate, but you know, it's kind of on point, I guess, so they say. So he takes down Rich Porter. Then eventually he ended up getting caught by the feds. You know, the feds been watching him. So once they get him, you know, he looking at life or the needle, whatever the fuck he looking at. He decides that, you know, I'm gonna do what's best for me, as he said. So he tells on a lot of cats, which in turn gives him the snitch label, which nowadays it seems like everybody's snitching. So Alpo was just ahead of his time, I guess you could say. But then this leads to like a deeper problem in the black community, I believe, because we're losing too many people to jail and gun violence, man. And I believe that we can move a lot different than how we moving. How come we can't teach the little young niggas to be stock investors, crypto investors, owning your own businesses? You don't teach them you don't necessarily have to work for somebody or sell dope to be successful. Because the people that I'm looking at getting the most money, they're not selling dope, which is people that do sell dope, the trap stars, they getting a lot of money. But that street money ain't like that legit money, especially when you get a hold of something that's real good. So why we don't got the shorties from a young age teaching them finance and shit like that? Because believe them little white kids, they getting shown that shit at an early age. So in turn, they're not picking up a crack pack, a heroin pack. They ain't picking up a gun to protect what they got. They going in the business rooms. They on Wall Street, getting to that big boy bag. As long as you pay your taxes, you good money. You can have everything you want. Think, in the streets, even if you selling dope, making money, you gotta hide it, or then you gotta push it in people's name, because you just can't go buy a $500,000 house with dope money. Because you know who's gonna come knocking at that door? Yeah, IRS. Because for one, you ain't paying no taxes on that money, which is illegal, which is probably the most reason why they want to put you in jail. Fuck the people that you may be harming with the drugs you selling. They can't get a piece of the action. But I digress. Let's look at this, man. Infamous drug kingpin Alpo Martinez reportedly shot and killed in Harlem. That was him not too long ago. He was right. And you know the thing that kills me? If you done told on niggas, you done dropped all these bodies, Why is you just out walking in the streets like you ain't really did nothing? Like, you would have thought this nigga would have moved to Utah and became a Mormon just to stay safe. He must have thought, you know what? If they get me, they get me. Fuck it. But I don't think these niggas tough enough to up pipe and shoot me. And obviously, he was wrong. He underestimated his opponents. Alpo Martinez, the infamous Harlem drug kingpin, was reportedly shot and killed on Saturday night, early Sunday morning, October 30th. Born Alberto Jedis Martinez, a report about the shooting doesn't yet to mention him by name, but the word on the street is starting to get out. So basically, probably some people that was there and people who know his car or his truck know it was Poe that got dropped. A 55-year-old man was killed in a drive-by shooting on Harlem Street corner early Sunday. The victim was struck multiple times in the chest and the hail of bullets fired from a passing vehicle on West 147th Street near Frederick Douglass Boulevard. Just after 3:20 a.m., cops said. EMS rushed him to the Harlem hospital, but he couldn't be saved. His name was not immediately released. According to the New York Post, the victim in the described shooting has had a last known address in Maine. He was reportedly shot 5 times in his 2017 Dodge Ram. Alpo Martinez was a wild motherfucker. This is somebody on Twitter. The way he talks about killing Rich Porter is saying sometimes it's your own people. It's fitting. I'm still going to watch the documentary though. Martinez was portrayed by rapper Cameron in a hot cult classic film Paid in Full, which brought the story of fellow kingpins AZ Faison and Rich Porter to Hollywood. Many eyebrows were raised when, after being released from prison, Martinez returned to, or at least was spotted in Harlem after admitting that he killed his friend Porter. That's what I was saying. I hadn't read this yet. Like, you was just so comfortable. I think he'd been out damn near like 4 or 5 years, maybe even longer. How was you so comfortable? And it took him that long to get him, which was crazy. So I'm figuring he probably was a little more tense, like when he first got out. Probably like the first year, maybe 2. He probably was looking around. And then, if he was a felon, was he still packing a pipe? Did he still have a strap? And maybe because he snitched, would they give him leniency to be able to carry something? Because I would not feel comfortable without no pipe, knowing niggas can run down on me. And this one, I guess he didn't even see this shit coming. So, in the late 80s and early 90s, Martinez moved his enterprise to Washington, D.C. area. However, after getting pinched in 1991, he reportedly turned state's evidence, dropping dime on his own organization, including Wayne Silk Perry, in exchange for a 35-year sentence after facing life in the bin. Yeah, Wayne Perry was his hitman. Man killed 55 in a Harlem drive-by shooting. A 55-year-old man was killed in a drive-by shooting Sunday on Harlem Street corner early Sunday. The victim was struck multiple times in the chest and a hail of bullets. Oh, we already read that. Infamous snitch Alberto Alpo Martinez reportedly killed in a drive-by. Martinez was taken to Harlem Hospital, but efforts to save his life proved unsuccessful. In the 1980s, Martinez was one of the biggest drug dealers in New York and Washington, D.C., along with partners AZ Faison and Rich Porter, and later Wayne Silk Perry at his height. Alpo was dealing over 30 kilos a day while raking in millions of dollars in illicit proceeds. Martinez served 35 years at an ADX Florence Supermax prison. After he was convicted of 14 counts of murder, he received a reduced sentence after testifying against former associates in the drug business. His death, he was released in 2015, so he'd been out 6, almost 7 years. His death particularly shocking because Martinez was supposed to be in the United States Federal Witness Protection Program. According to reports, Martinez was a marked man for committing several murders and testifying against his former cohorts in the criminal underworld. Martinez was immortalized on the 2002 movie Paid in Full. Martinez was played by Harlem rapper Cameron, while Mekhi Phifer starred as Rich Porter and Wood Harris starred as AZ Faison. Man, what was people saying? Harlem knew. I don't think Alpo knew. They didn't kill Alpo. Wow, and Harlem shake my head. If you know, you know. Why was Alpo still in Harlem after all that? Man was even in Harlem at 3 a.m. He had a big set of balls on him. Man in Harlem said they just smoked Alpo on this block. My man in Harlem, damn. Alpo getting killed in Harlem is irony at its highest level. Yes, it is ironic. But there's a lesson to be learned. You live by the gun, you die by the gun. And youngsters, man, leave that shit alone, man. If y'all niggas rapping, just think of all the rap niggas we see going to jail, getting killed. Y'all made it, man. What the fuck y'all still doing in the streets? We got Fetty Wap, aka El Wapo, El Chapo, out here selling dope, selling keys of dope and shit. You done made it, man. Leave that street shit alone. Let's show the little niggas, the young niggas, man, we could do this shit a whole different way, man. We get mad when the police kill us, but it's okay when we constantly killing us, man. I know Alpo was a killer, a snitch, and all that shit, but damn, I mean, so that's what we gonna do, just kill everybody off? Then what? I think we need to find a new way to start doing stuff, man, because there's other people doing shit different ways, and they beating us out, man. We just gonna always be last because we so fucking stupid. We just want to do the dumb shit and try to make it cool, while the music industries and the movie industries pay a select few to push an agenda that's setting us back even further. We're gonna get smarter one day or another. This is just another man bites the dust over nonsense. Hey y'all, man, it's a lesson to be learned, man. And hopefully we learn it, man. Rest in peace, Alpo, because he was a father. He had a couple kids, I believe 2 sons, Poe and Gumby. I think his mother just died. I don't know about his dad. He was a nephew, an uncle, you know what I'm saying? So I know we got a lot of people that's mourning his death, but he left a lot of families mourning also. But it can't be an eye for eye every time, man. We want to stop and become better, man. Just a little game from the Gang Spitter, man. 100, man. Comment, like, subscribe, man. I'm gonna keep bringing it. 100.